All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this little shithead, Mr. Aiden Fucci. Now, if you guys haven't heard about this one, he's accused for stabbing a 13-year-old girl in his school 114 times. Like some real GTA character shit here. Now, we're going to get straight into it, kind of break down what happened and why I think he really thought that he could just, get away with doing stuff like this. At this very moment, they don't know exactly what happened, but they know it's pretty bad.
Snapchat that you did was not very smart.
Now we have people on the burner house now in our cars now. Because of that Snapchat thing you did. It's all over. You're all over the internet and everywhere. Social media.
It is on social media. You'll probably come stay with me after we get done with this. Just for your well, safe being.
That's crazy how social media is today. You could literally have no following and something big happens and that one video will just explode. It's crazy. And that's exactly what happened to him, but in a negative light.
Seriously.
It's very serious.
This is no joke. This is your whole life. Your whole life.
Mom seems to not understand that his whole life is fucked already anyway. And look at him. He's not, I guess he's smart for not saying anything in the interrogation room. I will say that much, but he's a dumbass for making the Snapchat in the first place.
And ours.
And ours. And your brothers and sisters. And don't forget they can't go to school alone. Because the kids will hurt them.
And he's like, why? Why can't brother and sister go to school? Because you don't think they'll knock one of them out just for being related to you? Anyway, so let's check out the Snapchat that the police released. Just him doing some dumb shit, but this is literally after they arrest him for the accused murder of this girl.
We're having fun in a fucking cop car.
Yep. Tristyn.
What's up, guys?
Yep.
Tristyn, if you fucking walk out the damn...
When you see this in a month...
So clearly, he just doesn't give a fuck. There's no remorse on his face. It's almost like you got caught for smoking weed and you get arrested. Like, shit like that would happen to me. And, you'd make a Snapchat video. He's taking it like that, like at that level. Stupid. Clearly, he's not developed in the brain enough to know that this is evidence. Now, moving on, we had the night before, right? When the night before Mother's Day, when he had initially killed her, this is apparently a video showing him luring her to the area. He got her to come out of her house, and this is the two of them walking down the street on, I guess, Ring camera. Obviously, the shorter one is her, and that's him walking with her. He's running back in the opposite direction. So, police aren't stupid. They'll figure that out real quick. There's too much correlation. See him right there? Runs right back. Now, the prosecutors even had evidence on top of this, because not only did he, do all this allegedly, there's also things in his room and things that kind of indicate the type of person he is, like behaviors and habits that he would have. He would have habits of drawing, obscene, crazy images about women, all types of stuff. So let's first of all go into these drawings real quick and then see what we think about it.
Moving here to 4V, what do we see generally in this photograph?
This is an overall view of the desk that was in the room.
Was there anything of particular interest found on this desk?
There were some drawings that were located on the desk that were photographed.
Right. Moving here to 4W, do we see any of the drawings in this photograph?
At the top of the photograph, underneath the water bottle, is one of the drawings.
Were any photographs found in any of the composition books that were located, or notebooks that were found on that desk?
The black book in the bottom left corner, underneath the water jug, had a drawing also that was photographed.
Now, keep in mind, you're in high school, you're bored, you're bullshitting, you're writing some shit, you'll tend to write some crazy things back there, but we gotta take it in context. Was this like a habitual thing of his?
And going here, states 4X. Which of those, was this one of the notebooks or the?
Yes.
Right. And
oh shit.
This is what he found in the notebook under the water jug.
Yes.
Right.
It's like a hangman, but his intestines are
going
hanging.
to states 4Y. What is this, and where was it found?
That was another drawing, and I don't recall where that one was found.
What's with the star on his forehead and the night? He's just trying to do the most demonic shit, sprinkled in with a little bit of Naruto, you know? It looks like an anime almost. But again, we have a recurring theme. There's a knife, you know? He loves his knives. They even said he named some of his knives. So it's the type of thing that, you know, kind of crazy, psycho-ish people tend to do, you know?
But it was in the vicinity of the desk.
Yes.
States 4Z.
Damn.
What is this, and where was it?
Look at that. Now, before we even get into the picture, I have to say it's pretty, like, if this was in like a novel, like a crazy story or something, I'd say, man, the artist was crazy. He went in. But again, it's the same. It's the same thing. It's a woman. She's cut up. I don't know. It's just a little creepy. It seems like hanging is like his thing. He likes hanging. I'm surprised he didn't do something like that to her. But look at the hangman in the back and everything too.
Found.
That is the drawing that was underneath the water bottle that was at the top of the first photograph.
I mean, if I found my kid with this like on a consistent level, I would be a little concerned. And we'll find out later that even his mother probably knew a little bit more than she was leading on.
Again, all these items were found in Aiden Fucci's bedroom.
Correct.
Aiden Fucci sounds like pasta. Fucci sounds like pasta. I don't know.
Did you also attend the autopsy of Tristyn Bailey?
I did.
He likes knives. He likes hanging.
What was your general role during the performance of the autopsy?
I photographed the autopsy and also collected evidence.
Did you, as a part of that process, did you collect DNA standards from Tristyn Bailey?
I did.
Okay, and that would have been like a buccal swabs, things that in a blood standard that could
Yes.
identify her DNA.
I'm sure they did the R word kit, rape kit. So I'm pretty sure that didn't happen because I'm sure that would have popped up on the report. But you know, it's just odd that he would have did that to a girl if he was just trying to kill somebody. We've seen people who just want to kill someone, you know, get people of the same sex. You know, if you're a boy, he would just go out and kill one of his classmates. So he actually covered one of those before. So a little interesting that it's the opposite sex this time.
One moment, Your Honor. Was there anything found within Tristyn's body that you collected in evidence that was later sent to FDLE?
Yes. I was advised that Dr. Bulick had located a possible metal fragment in her scalp.
Damn.
And did you obtain that from the medical examiner's office and send that to FDLE for analysis?
I did.
Okay, so yeah, he fucked her up. That's crazy. Now, so we have all this happening. Now, remember, his mom was talking to him like, oh, this is terrible. Oh, you have to tell us what really happened, sweetie, this and that. Now, the night before, there's actually some camera footage where she's actually found with his jeans with the blood stains on it trying to clean it. So let's actually get into that real quick. Now, if you notice, you'll see him running away from whatever he did, right? He's going to come back home. All this is caught on camera. He walks in the house with his shoes in his hand, clearly probably bloody or wet, pants on, hoodie on, everything. He gets into the house. Later on, his mom, on camera, their own house camera, is seen at the sink with his pants. What is she doing? She found something. Now, I'm sure she had some lawyers or something. I know she got arrested for doing that, but we're going to get into that in a later time. I'm sure her lawyers would have argued that, she probably was just trying to clean his dirty clothes, or maybe she thought he scraped his knee or something. But that is crazy. You actually have your mom holding back evidence, hiding evidence from the police. So now we fast forward to Mr. Fucci's hearing, and I'll tell you, the judge does not play with him. Let's see what he has to say real quick.
114 stab wounds, 49 defensive wounds, 35 wounds to
Look
the
at the
head
guy
and
in the
neck,
back. His eyes were
29
like-
to the back and shoulder, and 6 fatal wounds.
Shit.
This court has reviewed and seen more than its fair share of autopsy photos. The autopsy photos in this particular case were particularly difficult. The 49 defensive wounds indicate that Tristyn Bailey was conscious, that she was aware, and that she was doing everything she could to fend off this attack.
It's like he's a grown man in a child's body. He's like no emotion, doesn't give a fuck, it seems. Like, just, it's like nothing but hatred. And you gotta wonder why. Like, what happened inside of his family? Like, what did they do to him?
She suffered a painful, horrifying death from someone that she trusted. Her screams were most likely stifled by her own suffocating lungs. He lured her into a secluded place in the woods near his home, a person that she trusted, and he led her there under false pretenses.
Don't shake your head now, boy.
There was a heightened level of premeditation in this case.
And it's crazy that she knew him enough to actually go with him. Because at first when I saw the story, I thought like, okay, maybe he really didn't like her. Maybe she was like a bitch in high school. And like, nobody really, all the like nerdy kids didn't like her. And it was one of those things, right? So there was a motive. But next thing you know, she's hanging out with him in the middle of the night, sneaking out with him. So she trusted him to a certain degree to, one, think he was cool enough to hang out with, right? And two, be open enough to go out of the house with him. So this was completely like, she did not expect it.
Based on the prior statements that he made to his girlfriend and his friend,
Who would go out with
indicated
this
that he
kid?
was going to kill someone. At which point he determined that it was going to be Tristyn Bailey, I don't know. But there was going to be a victim. He indicated that how he was going to do it, that he would take them into a wooded place, that he would stab them.
The only reason he's shaking his head is because he's like, damn, they figured out exactly what I wanted to do. Shit. Should have been a bit smarter, What an idiot.
He would kill them and then run away so that he could keep on killing. He told his best friend that he wanted to kill someone to see what it felt like, and he wanted to watch them bleed out. This particular crime was committed with the weapon of choice as a knife, which he nicknamed poker. That required a up-close, personal type of murder that is rare. It's unique.
And keep in mind, he stabbed her 114 times. So within that period of time, you're stabbing through bone, chest. Like, it's not just flesh you're stabbing through. You're stabbing through all types of shit. So yeah, it's tiring. So imagine he had enough strength to do that for 114 times. It's kind of like, damn, bro, you really do need to be tried as an adult. Like, there's no other way around it.
The court accepts that in 2019, of all juvenile arrests, only 7% were violent and only 1% of those were homicides. This crime is clearly an outlier, and it was shocking, and it is shocking to the conscious. This court finds that the defendant's participation in this offense was not the result of immaturity or impetuosity. He understood the risks and consequences of his actions. He previously told his girlfriend that he was going to do this. That clearly shows that he had been planning it. He attempted to cover it up by disposing of the murder weapon and throwing it into a lake. He then attempted to conceal
Who you looking for?
evidence by
Your parents ain't around, buddy. You know what I mean?
hiding his shoes and shirt and jeans, taking a shower, stealthily entering his home, and then the actions immediately after with the Snapchat videos in the back of the police car and the story that he made up about pushing her and her hitting her head, which was clearly refuted by the video evidence in this case.
How are you going to push her and she's going to fall on the knife 114 times? You know, it's kind of hard to think about that happening.
All of that shows.
What kind of an explanation is
This
that?
court finds that this was not an immature or an impetuous type of crime. It makes it unique. It makes it extraordinary. What is also very troubling is that this crime had no motive. This was not done out of greed. It was not done in retaliation, retribution, or revenge. It was not a crime of passion. It was not a crime that was committed because he felt rejected by her. It was not done
Yeah,
in
see, no, I like how he pointed that out too. It's not that he felt rejected by her or he hated her because she was mean to him. It was clear that they, at some level, talked to each other and they were cool. So this was out of nowhere.
in a fit of uncontrollable anger. There was no reason. There was no purpose. It was done for no other reason than to satisfy this defendant's internal desire to feel what it was like to kill someone. It was committed in a cold, calculated, and premeditated manner without any pretense for moral or legal justification, and it was heinous, atrocious, and cruel. This factor and this factor alone makes this case and this defendant more than just unique. It is for this reason and all of the reasons previously stated that leads this court to the conclusion that there is only one appropriate sentence in this case.
Death sentence.
Mr. Fucci, if you and your attorneys would please rise.
Nah, I mean, they can't give him capital punishment, but I'm sure the judge wants to, the way he's talking.
Counsel, is there any legal reason why this court cannot impose sentence at this time?
And you know what's interesting? I always notice every time when people go to jail, they get chunky. It's like they start eating good or something. Do you notice that? Like he, before he went to jail, was a bit slimmer, chunky. Eric Holder went to jail, super slim. Came to court, chunky. Who else? I can't think of all the names, but I noticed this time and time again. People are getting chunky in jail. What's going on with that? Same thing with him. I don't know if it's stress eating. I know the food ain't good, but the food is not good. I know that for sure.
Mr. Fucci, having entered a plea of guilty to the crime of first-degree murder, I adjudicate you guilty of the premeditated first-degree murder of Tristyn Bailey. I sentence you to life in prison.
Life in prison.
Because of your age, you are eligible for a review of the sentence in 25 years.
Damn. So basically, he'll be out in about 25. You know, he's not gonna do the whole life period. So like, he'll get out. He'll get out. But damn, he got tried as an adult. That's the most severe. I mean, as he should. That's the most severe thing you probably could have got.
I order the Department of Corrections to notify you when you are eligible to apply for your review hearing. Madam Clerk, if you will please impose the minimum fines and court costs. Mr. Fucci, you have 30 days to appeal the legality of this court's sentence. If you wish to appeal but cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you.
No emotion. Zero. Looking him straight in the face. I gotta give it to him, man. A lot of people, a lot of grown men will break down crying for 25 years. But at the same time, that's the difference. They're grown men, and they understand what 25 years to life means. This kid, on the other hand, it's like he hears it, but I don't think it's really gonna hit him until like he turns like 21, and he's gonna be like, damn, I'm still in here. Damn, that's a really long time, bro. That's a really long time. Like, it's gonna start to hit him later on. Nevertheless, he took that like a fucking stone cold killer. And damn, you know?
You will be taken back to the Duval County Jail and then transported into the Florida State Prison System. We are adjourned.
We are adjourned. Damn. So that's how his story basically ends. You know, he'll probably appeal this decision a couple years down the line, a few nice years down the line, but until that happens, my boy is pretty fucked over here. So, you know, we'll keep eyes on this story. Until then, people, stay safe, stay inside, and love y'all. See you in the next one. Hold up real quick. I gotta shout you guys out for getting me up to 2K, right? 2K subscribers. I love you guys. Get me up to 3K. Make sure you tell your grandma, your auntie, your niece, your nephew, your cousin. Tell everybody, hit that subscribe button. Love you guys.